is Jerry. My student number is 249610, and my teacher is Tyrone. Today I will discuss the Malcolm Fraser's contribution to Australia. The time period is from 1975 to 2009. And this picture is Fraser. He is the 22nd Prime Minister of Australia. And now we will focus on the contribution of his political career to Australia. They also have two different views for his political career. Firstly is agreement. Fraser's government proposes Australia's first refugee policy. And secondly is the policy proposed by the Fraser's government has made Australia more diverse. And the opposite view is conservative economy position and strong political means. Now I will introduce some context for Fraser. Fraser was elected to the House of Representatives in 1955 federal election. At this time, he was 25 years old, making him one of the youngest people ever elected to Congress. When Harold Holt became Prime Minister in 1966, Fraser was appointed Minister for the Army. After Holt disappeared and replaced by John Gorton, Fraser became Minister for Education and Science and the Minister for Defense. Fraser won a landslide victory at the 1975 election and was re-elected in 1977 and 1980. Fraser government proposed Australia's first refugee policy in 1977. In retirement, he held the Warsaw positions with the UN and the Commonwealth of Nations, and was president of Aid Agency Care from 1919 to 1995. He resigned his membership of the Liberal Party in 2009, having been a critic of his policy directions for a number of years. And now I will show some evidence for the inaugural lecture of the Australian Institute of Multicultural Affairs. The time is 1981. And the main idea is multiculturalism, Australia's unequal achievement. Fraser developed the Australia's first refugee policy. He accepted many refugees from Vietnam because of the Vietnam War. He was a strong supporter of multiculturalism. During his time in Australia accepted a large number of non-white immigrants, including Vietnam's boat people, for the first time. His government also established Special Broadcast Service (SBS), and he said work together to bring the premise of multiculturalism to fruition. And there is some benefits for Fraser's policy. In multiculturalism, we have forget radically innovative basis upon which we have represented as a nation to Australia's diversity, to its challenges and opportunities. Secondly, is Australian multiculturalism is unequal achievement. Australia may have a stable into the multicultural epoch. Today, while other scientists still perceive cultural diversity as a problem to be contended with Australia without pain, without conflict, and a breakthrough, and this breakthrough is a significant achievement indeed. And also, there also have some against. During his political career, the economy policy of Fraser period was originally traditional conservatism and mass cuts in expenditure, but as political pressure increased, fiscal expenditures become gradually loose. But in 1982, Australia still experienced economy recession, drought, and social unrest. And now I will conclusion for the discussion. Fraser is a multicultural adherent. He solved the refugee and the immigration problem in Australia at that time, and widely accepted people from all over the world. He greatly solved the problem of Australia's sparse labor force and dramatically reduced population after World War I and World War II. He became a potential promoter of indigenous human rights, refugee human rights, and environmental protection. He also made some mistakes during his political career, which led to Australia's economy recession and social unrest in 1982. And this is my reference list. Thank you for listening.